I decided to make weapon combination tier list and see which combination is best. Enjoy. In no particular order, starting with Greatsword and Dagger, a melee heavy DPS build that shines in PvP due to its burst potential. The Greatsword offers strong melee abilities while the Dagger enchants crit chance and mobility. This pairing is a PvP favorite for burst damage. The Greatsword delivers powerful melee attacks while the Dagger's crit boost allow for quick takedowns. In PvE, it offers high melee DPS but is riskier due to the reliance on close range combat. It is powerful in scenarios that favor melee, but it lacks the versatility of range or hybrid builds. Cons for this combination: its fragile defense. Although it packs a punch offensively, this combo lacks the defensive capabilities. Close range focus. As both weapons require proximity to deal damage, it struggles against highly mobile ranged opponents, or in situations where maintaining distance is safer. I'm putting Greatsword and Dagger in the B tier. Next combination is Staff and Dagger. This combination provides a potential mix of AoE spells and close range mobility. The Staff delivers devastating area damage while the Dagger helps with reducing defense and mobility. It's a solid choice for DPS players looking for balance between burst damage and survivability. It's popular in PvP due to its mix of AoE magic damage and close range mobility. The Dagger allows you to move quickly and evade attacks, while the Staff provides powerful AoE spells that can devastate grouped up enemies. In PvE, it is a solid DPS build. As mentioned before, it excels in AoE damage, making it great for clearing waves of mobs. However, it may struggle with single target bosses where burst damage is needed. Main cons for this combination would be cooldown reliant. It's all about managing long cooldowns, and if not done properly, it can limit your sustained damage. It's quite squishy despite the Dagger mobility, therefore I'm putting Staff and Dagger in the A tier. Next up, Staff and Wand. This combination focuses on magical AoE damage and healing. While its damage isn't as high as physical DPS, it excels in group content where healing and sustained AoE damage are needed. It's a hybrid role that doesn't hit as hard as the others but provides significant team support. In PvP, this combo lacks burst damage but provides excellent support through AoE spells and healing. It's more suited for large-scale battles where you can stay far back away and just provide the healings and debuffs. In PvE, this combo shines as a healer DPS hybrid. The Staff provides AoE damage and the Wand adds healing, making it a strong support option in group content but not very optimal for solo play. Main cons for this combination is its low DPS. This one I'm putting in the B tier. Next up, Greatsword plus Sword and Shield. The go-to tank build, this combo provides very good survivability and crowd control, making it perfect for players wanting to hold aggro and disrupt enemies. In PvP, this build offers excellent crowd control and damage mitigation. The Greatsword provides knockdowns and AoE disruptions, making it difficult for opponents to bring you down in group fights. In PvE, this is the go-to tank combo. The Sword and Shield keep you alive, while the Greatsword allows you to maintain aggro on multiple enemies. It is a key combination for raid tanks. Cons for this combination: its low mobility. Heavy armor and melee-centric attacks make this combination slow and susceptible to kiting in PvP. This is another A tier combination. I said it's in no particular order, but I kept the best for the last, so here we go. Our first S tier combination is Sword and Shield plus Wand. This combination creates the near invincible tank that can sustain both themselves and their party with advanced healing capabilities. It excels in PvE and PvP, as the tank can heal themselves and their teammates while maintaining aggro on the enemies. Sword and Shield provides tankiness, while the Wand adds self-healing and crowd control. This setup is ideal for players who want to hold the front line while disrupting the enemy's offense. This combination sacrifices damage for survivability, so it's not ideal for soloing or high damage situations. And lastly, slow playstyle. Movement and attack speed are relatively low compared with other weapon combinations. Still, as mentioned before, a solid S tier. Next up in the S tier, Longbow and Wand. This build is exceptional for range support and healing. The Longbow offers crowd control and high single target damage, while the Wand provides healing and utility. It's especially useful in group content, balancing damage output and party support. In PvP, this setup excels as a supportive DPS, the Longbow offers crowd control and long-range harassment, while the Wand provides healing and utility to support allies. This combo is also effective in PvE for its versatility. The main cons for this combination: low burst damage. This build lacks the explosive damage potential seen in crossbow and dagger or greatsword combinations, making it slower in burst-heavy situations. And our final S tier combination, if you haven't already guessed, it's crossbow and dagger. This is the top DPS build for both PvE and PvP. The crossbow offers high burst damage while the daggers enchant mobility and add critical rate bonuses. The synergy between the crossbow mid-range precision and the dagger's close combat makes this pairing lethal in almost every scenario, so it's no surprise it's one of the most lethal combinations in PvP due to its high burst damage and mobility, and exactly same goes for PvE. The cons for this combination is it's quite fragile. Despite its high damage, this combo is glass cannon in nature, leaving you vulnerable if caught in melee or focused. And lastly, short range limits. Crossbow works best at mid-range, which can be risky in large PvP fights or against powerful bosses. So that concludes this tier list. We didn't include D and below tiers as I feel people don't really care about them, they only want to see the S tiers. So anyway, subscribe not to miss new Throne and Liberty content coming out on this channel, and have a good one.